our video a little bit differently. So I was telling my sister, I said, one thing that I really like that really annoyed me when I was watching other people's breast augmentation videos, trying to gather all the information, was that they made you listen to their entire story of why they got the breast augmentation, and then sometimes you didn't get the info you were looking for, or you had to wait till the very end to get what you were looking for. And I was like, let's not do that, right? Let's just put it all out there. We'll give them all the facts first, and then we'll get to our story for those who want to hear the story. And if you don't, you can just hop on off and bam, you got the info that you were looking for.
Today. Okay. I hope I don't. Hi.
Oh, wait, let me sit down.
Hi, YouTube. Thanks for coming back.
I got you. You got it?
Hi, YouTube. Thanks for coming back to our channel. If you don't know already, my name is Sarah. This is my sister,
Jessica.
And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button.
You're just so good. She's so adorable. She's not used to doing the intro. If you haven't gotten that, I've done all the intros for our videos so far. In today's video, we're doing a breast augmentation video. We got the girls done. Both of us did.
At the same time.
On my birthday, my
Yes.
35th birthday. But first we're going to start with my sister Sarah, and we're going to go over our age, our weight, our height, what we were before getting our breast augmentation, how many cc's we ended up getting, if we followed instructions the doctor gave us, pre-op instructions, what all we got done, and then I will share all that same information, obviously because we're different heights and stuff like that, so you can, for your own reference, you can use that. And then we'll go into our personal story at the very end.
I am 33 years old. Not that you need to know that. I am 5'7", 151 pounds before my surgery. I haven't even weighed myself since the surgery, but I'm not going to. I'm swollen, so I'm not going to weigh myself. And I was a size 36B before I had gotten my breasts done. I did get 485 cc's. Sorry, I had to think.
I am 35 years old. I just turned 35 November 17th. That's when we had our surgery, by the way. We're 4 days post-op, right? 6? Yeah, 4 days. So I am 5'2" and a half. I weigh 100. I weighed the day going into surgery 137 pounds. My breast size was a 32B. Well, a lot of my bras were push-up bras, but they weren't, like some of them didn't even fit all the way. Like my boob didn't even touch the inside of them. So I really think I was an A, to be honest.
I think you were an A too.
I think I was an A. It was so flat. And so the amount of cc's that I got put inside each breast was 520. It is on each breast. I was not so happy with the size, which we'll go all into that in a minute. Pre-op instructions. You're not supposed to drink a week before going into surgery. You're not supposed to take any Tylenol or NSAIDs. You should get bras that zip up in the front for after surgery, which we'll show you guys all of those.
You want the triple antibiotic ointments.
They tell you to get arnica for after the surgery for swelling and bruising.
Highly
it's a
recommend.
homeopathic medicine. You can get either the gel or the pill that you can take orally. They want you to wash yourself with an antibacterial soap like Dial or HibaCleanse or something like that 3 days prior to your surgery, day of surgery, and then following surgery. So I think that was it for pre-op. Oh, and then no eating or drinking midnight the night prior before going into surgery.
Yeah.
And we'll get into all that if we did those instructions or not.
I did not get those instructions.
But the surgery itself was like an hour-long process, hour and a half maybe. Your spouse drops you off, they pick you up in an hour and a half. They call them to let them know that they can pick you up, or they can wait in the waiting room, whatever they choose to do. And then they take you to your wherever your destination is. You start taking pain meds because boy, do you need them once that anesthesia wears off.
Yeah, I would say I slept a lot like the first 3 days after surgery, just because of the medicine. Because I don't take medication at all. I take nothing but like vitamins, and so I'm not used to any sort of little bit of medication like tends to make me like pass out.
Yeah, we both were on hydrocodone and ibuprofen, an antibiotic.
Yeah,
and that was it.
And we're still taking them.
Right, and then for the first 3 days you're supposed to sleep sitting up, and then after that you're allowed to lay flat if you want to. We just sat sleeping up on one of those pillows, like, you know, the body pillows that wrap around you. Very easy to sleep like that. So now we'll talk about the actual surgery itself. So someone has to take you. You can't drive yourself. Our partners took us, although we did go together. We went up to Oklahoma. We do live in Texas. But
I went to one place for my consultation for my boobs. The place that I went to, they were wanting like a little over 13 grand for just my boobs alone. And so This place that we went to in Oklahoma City, it was only
Fine.
$5,400. By the way, I don't want you to just think that like I like literally just based it off the price. I do have some friends that I know that went to the same clinic that we went to that had their breasts done, and they were beautiful. So
we looked at a lot of the pictures. I mean, we don't just base it off other people's opinions. We're like, oh, it's cheaper. Let's look at his work. His work was really good, and our consultation was amazing. Like, he was so thorough.
The doctor, the people at the clinic, like, it was a very family-oriented atmosphere in there, and the doctor was so freaking nice. Like, I'm not even kidding. The very next day, even Sora, I was like, I love you so much.
Yeah, and his assistant is amazing, Ziggy. She's all about, like, get what
she
you
wants
want.
To make sure that you're getting your whatever you're getting done, like, for yourself and nobody else.
Yes.
So. But they're awesome. They were absolutely amazing. And I'm very satisfied with them. I would highly recommend them.
Yeah, and we'll leave all their information in the description link below. Their phone number, where they're from, and what surgeon we actually use, and his assistant and stuff, because they're just such a great team. Alright, so then we're going to get into our whys, our stories of our whys. I am a mom of 3 kids. I have gone from 210 pounds to where I sit right now, like I said earlier, which is about 137. I fluctuate a lot. But anyways, I breastfed all the babies, and they just sucked the life out of me. So, like I said, I was a 32B, but I swear I was an A, because my boob didn't even fill the bra in all the way. So the main reason that I wanted to get the surgery, one, I want to feel more feminine. I'm tired of looking in the mirror and feeling like a 12-year-old boy. Like, I just don't feel so sexy. My sister recently had a masquerade party, and she ordered me this gorgeous dress. It was so beautiful. I had on a push-up bra, something inside my push-up bra, tape on my boobs, and it still wasn't filling it out all the way. It was awful. But the main reason I wanted to get my boobs done, and what I was telling my boyfriend, is because I had so much loose skin here that anytime I'd bend over and then come back up, a huge part of my skin would be out, which I'm going to insert a video, because I did make sure to take a video of this so you guys could see what I was talking about. But my skin was constantly poking out on the sides, and it wasn't attractive at all. It wasn't cute. There's no just getting through the workout and ignoring it. I'd have to stop and retuck my boobs and then continue on with my workout, because it would just be too much and too embarrassing. And it didn't matter how tight my bras were. I already wear a size small in sports bras. It doesn't, and I only wear sports bras. It doesn't matter how small they are. The skin just falls out because there's just nothing there. The surgeons had multiple times, like, they measure you from like nipple to side, and then your under boobage. They do lots of measurements. One thing, and then they squeeze your boob to see like how much tissue and fat is inside your actual breast. And one thing he kept saying, as he just kept squishing and being like, there's nothing there. And I was like, I know, that's why I'm here. I need something. So I wanted to go as small as possible. I told him I didn't really want anything bigger than 450 cc's, just because I knew that I didn't have anything to work with. My goal was to be a full C. I wanted to be like a full C, really small D. That was what the hopes was. But my issue with my breast was that in order to stay around 400 cc's or 450 cc's, he would have had to do a lift as well as the boob job, because I had so much loose skin, and the lift itself is like $4,000, and it just wasn't in the cards for me. So the other option is to go bigger. And so I weighed the two things, that like, do I want to wait and save money to be able to have a lift, or do I just want to go ahead and get the boob job and be a little bit bigger than I hoped for? I definitely wanted to just go ahead and get the boob job and be a little bit bigger. That's what I went for. During the surgery, I'm going to show you guys I'm very bruised. I wanted to show you real quick the difference in my right side. Very minimal bruising compared to the left side, which I showed you guys. And also in the middle of my chest, there's bruising. And then on this side, the bruising is really, because he had tried a couple of different implants on my left side, because he was trying to go as small as possible. But whenever he'd sit me up, the skin around my nipple, I think he was saying, was like really like saggy, like rippling and stuff like that. It looked really bad. So I ended up having to use the 520 cc's. And I told him at the end of the day, I trusted him and I wanted him to do what looked best. I said I want to be as small as possible and have the most natural look, but without loose skin. So this is what he had to get me to get there, and that's what I have. So I still love them. Like I said, I'm not unhappy with them. I don't want to seem ungrateful. Like, I love my boobs. I do not regret my decision. I would do it tomorrow if I had to do it tomorrow again. I'm just still so in shock with the size of them, and then like I'm bumping them into everything.
I also think it's because you're not used to having that.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything at all.
So
anything.
You went from not having anything, you know, because of breastfeeding, to all of a sudden having
big old knockers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they look very good.
Thank you.
Like, I would be honest if I felt like they were
I know
too
you
big, I'd
would.
be like, you probably should have.
I know you would.
Go
Yeah.
back. But
we should go. You need to go get those fixed like right now. Go back.
They actually look really, really, really good. So
thank you, sister. Thank you.
I had 2 babies. Growing up, I was an A. That's what I wore all throughout high school, was size A. After I had Janellis, my oldest daughter, they went to B's. And then after I had Sawyer, they went to C's. And then I lost weight, and they went down to B's. They were still perky. They were still nice looking. They weren't terrible.
They were. Oh, they were.
Yeah, they were fine. I literally just did them because I've always wanted kind of bigger boobs anyway. My husband and I have gone back and forth on this for like years. Because he's like, you're perfect. There's nothing, you don't need to enhance yourself. Like, you are just beautiful the way you are, you know, like, there's nothing wrong with you. And then I was just like, okay, look, I understand this. Like, I understand that y'all all think that, but this is what I want. I want to love myself and my body. And not that I didn't love my own boobs. I didn't have a problem with them, but I wanted more. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I did mine because I just wanted boobs. Not because they weren't there.
Yeah. Hey! A lot of girls do. I mean, a lot of girls just like, I want to be bigger. So there's nothing wrong with that.
I want to be
like, if that was my reason, then fine. But I was like, I had banana boobs, you know? I've been to over and had
But I didn't do it for anybody other than myself, though.
Yes, me too.
Because if I listened to everybody else, it was like, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
You don't need it. And I'm like, I understand you feel that
yeah,
way,
we
but
should
I want
probably
it.
talk about that. Like, holy shit, the amount of people who feel the need to, and I get that people come from good places. I don't want to like dog anybody because I know that we have really good friends that came to us.
Everyone's so
but some
sweet.
people, like, you don't always have to say what you're thinking. I'm just saying.
But I feel like you had more of a negative.
I
did have a lot of people who were like, Sarah, you don't need that. You're beautiful the way you are. But they weren't coming out of like left field, like, why are you getting that done? You don't need to get that done. Like, almost like trying to tell you what you need to do. Yeah, I'm like, I understand. Your opinion is your opinion. Mm-hmm. I didn't say there was anything wrong with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I didn't say I didn't love myself. I'm saying I want it for myself.
Yeah, so just maybe just some advice, and you don't have to take this advice, but if I could do it all over again, I probably would do it this way. If I could go back and redo it, I don't think I would tell anybody. Besides, like, my partner and my sisters.
Didn't tell a whole
I wouldn't. Because for me, it was just such a, like, I had really good supportive friends. I don't want to say that everybody was shitty. I did. I had really good supportive friends. My boyfriend is amazing. But I also got a lot of backlash that I just didn't feel like was necessary. And it was the same way when I got a divorce. For some reason, people feel the need to just...
very fortunate enough. I did not have a lot. But like I said, I didn't share mine with a lot of people. There were a very few people that do know that I was getting it done. Mm-hmm. And I mean, obviously my work knew my boss, and he was one of, you know, him and my friend, my coworker, my girl, which is one of my best friends. They were like, you don't need it. You're beautiful the way you are. You're perfect. But I was like, I understand, but this is what I want. I've been working hard on my body, and this is what I want for me. This is going to make me happy. And they're like, okay, well, we support you 100%. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to do, you know, we have your back. And I was like, okay. And that's what I feel like most people do need. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I do feel like
the end of the day,
got, like, the shitty end of
the stuff. Yeah.
A lot
at the end of the day, if you're not doing something that's going to hurt yourself, and you're not doing something that's going to hurt somebody else, then do whatever you want that makes you happy. And don't listen to anybody else, because, man, people have opinions, don't they?
Yeah.
So let's talk about if we followed instructions for...
I followed instructions. She did not.
I didn't, and the results were very bad. So I have a lot of bruising. They tell you not to drink and not to do all these things a week prior, and they say that it can cause excess bruising and bleeding.
Well, okay, so that's what the internet says. Our doctor just said not to show up drunk.
And he even said how you can have a beer or two the night before if you want to.
Yeah,
he said no hard liquor. He did say that.
They said glass of wine.
Yeah.
He was like, you can have a glass of wine if you need to. Just take the edge off the night before. Just don't show up drunk.
Yeah, so I had a lot of things going on. That last week before I had my boob job, like, a lot of things, like, some stuff happened with work that I thought was gonna go through that didn't go through. Then my car broke down. I mean, it was a lot, and I drank like the whole week, and have a lot of bruising. So I'm gonna show you guys that just to kind of maybe like help somebody else out there when they say don't drink, like they really mean don't fucking drink. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, that is going to conclude today's video. Once again, we hope that you loved it. We hope that you are all having a great week. We hope that you've had a great weekend, and we hope that you're getting to spend lots of time with loved ones and friends and family. We hope that you're all drinking your water and you're exercising and you're getting outside and you're moving them bodies, and that you are being kind.
And be positive. Be positive.
Yes. Okay, until next time, guys.
Bye.